One of my favorite hobbies is collecting football cards, and I have a lot of them, but they're scattered everywhere. So today we will be organizing all of them, so make sure to stick around to the end to see the final setup because you're going to want to use this method.
Okay guys, so just to preface, I've only been collecting cards for this NFL season, but I still got hundreds of cards, and I want to come up with a method that I can use for the foreseeable future, where I got all my sports cards used in that method. So yeah, let's get into the video. But guys, to organize all of my football cards, we will be using this football card sorter binder thingy. Now, it is pretty small, so I'm not sure if this will hold all of my cards, but if it doesn't, then we'll just have to get another one. Now guys, we essentially got two methods of organization that we could use. The first is just sorting every card by its brand and the type of card within that brand. It doesn't matter about team, player, none of that. For example, this page in my binder, we got all green prism parallels. Doesn't matter what team, what player. It's just we sort it all by the type of card and brand. Now, the second method of organization is sorting it by team and player, no matter the brand. So, as another example, we have all Patrick Mahomes cards right here. And as you can see, it doesn't matter what the brand is. We're just putting every single Patrick Mahomes card that I have on this page. And then on the next page, we'll continue with every Isaiah Pacheco card or every Travis Kelce card. So we're doing it by team and by player, no matter the brand. So guys, I think the method that we're going to go with is method number 2 here, just because I feel like it's just more organized. Because if I'm looking for a specific player, then I can do so way more easily than the first method, just because it's all organized by team and player, not by brand. So I already took out each card from that binder already, and here we have all of them organized by brand, and we also have my cards in top loaders right there. But the first step in organizing them all by team and player is sorting each brand into the 8 divisions. I know it might not make sense right now, but trust me, it will make sense soon. But yeah, guys, the first step will be sorting out each brand into the 8 NFL divisions. And to do that, we have these giant card sleeves right here. I bought them like a couple months ago and didn't really know what to do with them until now. I actually have an example for you guys. I already did a brand off camera. It's the Score brand, if you've ever heard of that brand. A little bit cheaper end of cards. But yeah, basically, each brand will get 8 card sleeves for the 8 divisions. And any card that belongs to that division will go in its respective pack. So we already got 8 packs for the Score brand. So let's just do that for all of the other ones. Alright guys, so we have sorted through every single brand and put in every single card into its respective division packet thingy. So here we have select and totally certified together. Down there we have Prism, Phoenix, Absolute Football, Revolution, Donruss, and then Score, which is definitely by far the biggest because I have the most cards. But guys, while I was sorting through the divisions, I actually counted all of the cards, and it seems like we have around 415 cards, not including the Score. So that probably puts us at around like 550 cards total. It also counted the amount of slots that my little binder has. And even if you take all the slots, so it has like 50 pages, each page has double-sided 4 card slots. So that's in total about 400 cards can fit in that binder, which I don't know if you can do the math, but 400 is less than 515. So I actually have to go to Target and buy another like folder thingy that we can put the rest of my cards in. So yeah, let's go to Target and get it done. So guys, I am back from the store, and from that, we actually got And from the store, we actually got a card guard binder. It has 9 cards per page, and it can hold about 360 standard sports cards in it. So this should be more than enough to account for my remaining cards. And you all know I can't help myself. So I got some Panini Mosaic and some Panini Rookies and Stars.
And there's no money in here.
But yeah, you knew I couldn't help myself. So now, after we open those, we gotta sort through those and put each of the cards into their own division separately. So that's gonna take even longer. But yeah, at least we know that what we have can fit all of my cards. Alright guys, so we just finished unboxing the new boxes of cards and sorting them into divisions. So here we have every brand of cards sorted into each division. So the next step is actually to sort them into the teams. Okay, so we'll be sorting the AFC North into each respective team first. So here we have the AFC North for Select. So we'll put that in a pile. And here's the AFC North for Absolute Football. So we'll put that in the same pile. And then here is the AFC North for Mosaic. So we'll put that in the same pile. And basically we'll find the AFC North pack from each brand and put it in the same pile. And then after that we'll sort through and make a pack of each team in the AFC North. And basically we'll do that until all 32 NFL teams have been sorted into their own pack. Okay, so I went ahead and did the AFC North off camera. So as you can see, we have every single Ravens card I have, every single Bengals card I have, every single Steelers card I have, and every single Browns card I have. So basically, we're just going to do all of this for the rest of the NFL teams, so that way we have a pack for each team. Okay, so I just got finished with the AFC. So as you can see, here's every team from the AFC East: Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets, and then respectively the AFC South, AFC North, and AFC West. That actually low-key kind of took a while. So I'm going to take a break now, and then we'll do the NFC. So can't wait to do all that again.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, we have sorted through all of the divisions, and we now have 32 packs for a total of 32 NFL teams. And now we are ready to sort through all of them. But guys, before we actually get started, I have a little bit of a question to ask for those of you that have been collecting cards for a while now. So you see here are all of my top loaded cards. And the question is, what cards should I top load? Because I don't want to top load every single cool card I get. Now I top load every Giants rookie I get. I have every Abdul Carter top loaded and every Cam Scatterboo top loaded and every Jackson Dart top loaded, as you can see. But some of these other rookies, I'm not sure if they are going to be good or not. This JT Tumalau, or I don't even know how you say his name. I have no idea if he is going to be good or not. So what I'm asking you guys is, should I leave every single rookie cool card I get top loaded, or should I just wait until they pop off and then do it? Because these two cards right here, the Gridiron Kings Jordan Love and the Gridiron Legacy Dan Marino, definitely do not need to be top loaded because neither of them are rookies. And even though they look cool, I don't really think they're worth anything, so that's why I'm going to be untop loading both of them. Let's get that Dan Marino out of here. Actually, I have a duplicate of this one as well. So, I mean, if you want this one, just shoot me a DM and you might get it. And another question I have is, when should you, sleeve cards and not top load them? Because I feel like this card is a little bit deserving of a sleeve, but not a top load. So if you've been in the card collecting hobby for a while and have seen this video, make sure you leave a comment down below giving me some general advice on when to use sleeves, top loaders, not sleeve or top loader, etc. But now, let's get into the sorting. But yeah, guys, this part of the video isn't really too fast-paced. It's more for the people watching that like just want to like maybe like just fall asleep to this or clean something to watching this video. So it's not gonna be too fast-paced, but we are starting with the Ravens because they're in the AFC North. So we'll just go down each team in each division, and that's how we'll sort these. Obviously, we got my new card binder that I got, and if we run out of pages in here, which I think we will, then we'll switch over to my football binder. But first, we got to sort every card by player. Now, I want to do this by player just so it's super easy to find a certain player if I know who I'm looking for. And I know you're thinking, for those players that have been on multiple teams, I think I'm just going to put them with their team that they're on in the card. I might come up with a different way to sort those guys later, but for now, that's what we're going to do. So we got Lamar. Let's put him over here. We got Ray Lewis, and also for the players on the team that are retired, we will just put them with their respective position, but at the back, obviously. We got Rashad Bateman. He is a receiver. Adisa Isaac, and I actually have no idea what position this guy is. He's a defensive end. So I guess we'll just put him with Ray Lewis. I know Ray Lewis is technically a linebacker, but they are the same thing. Okay, we got Nate Wiggins here. Now, these are rookies from last year, so this is the Panini set from last year, but he's at corner. We got Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, Malachi Starks. I'm just going to group the secondary in with each other. We got another Mark Andrews, so those are duplicates. So for duplicates, I'm just going to put them off to the side, and if you guys want them, just shoot me a DM and I'll give them to you. So we got Derrick Henry again, Trent Dilfer, another quarterback. We got D-Hop. Let's put him with the receivers. No, he's technically in a Chiefs uniform there, but this is his Ravens card. This is from the Score brand, who makes their cards super early, so they don't have all the pictures of the players in their teams ready. But we got a Lamar Jackson celebration, so I'll put him right there. Roquan Smith, put him with the linebackers. We got Likely, another Rashad Bateman, another Lamar, another Mark Andrews, so I'll go in the duplicates pile. We got a LaJohntay Wester. He is a receiver, so put him right there. We got Zay Flowers, another Malachi Starks, another Zay Flowers. This is a Bengals card. How did this get in here? My gosh, mine probably just not paying attention. Another Adisa Isaac, and another Lamar, a Roquan, another Lamar, and another Mark Andrews. So that is all the Ravens cards. So now is when we sort them according to player and position. So I'm not really sure how this binder works. Do you just like slip the cards like in between? I see. And they're up here. Okay, that makes sense. So first, obviously, is the quarterback. So we will take all the Lamar cards. I think it should be all Lamar except for this one, Trent Dilfer. There we go. And not really sure how I want to sort these by brand. But I think we'll go Score first, and then I'll just sort of work my way through them. So there we go. Put that one in there. Now the pockets are a little bit too big, but you know what? It's fine. And then I would go with Donruss, but we don't have a Donruss Lamar. So I guess we'll then go with rookies and stars. So we'll put that Lamar in there. And then we'll go with Panini Revolution. So we will go ahead and slide that one in there. So we'll get the turbocharged Lamar in there next. And then finally the Celebrations Lamar. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Let's get that one in there. And then finally, the other lone quarterback that isn't Lamar from the Ravens, Trent Dilfer. So, yeah, there we go. So now you guys should have a rough idea of how we are going to do this. Let's go ahead and put those Derrick Henry cards in there. By the way, how's your guys' day going? Mine is going pretty well. I'm on spring break right now. If you can't tell, this video is taking place over multiple weekends. But just now got off for spring break, so that's pretty exciting. Next is wide receivers: Zay Flowers, Latony Webster, Rashad Bateman, D-Hop, and another Rashad Bateman. Obviously, we'll get to Zay Flowers first, Actually, we got 2. So we'll put the D-Hop first. Why not? D-Hop actually had a pretty good season. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure he's scheduled to become a free agent. So not sure where he will go. Free agency opens this Wednesday, by the way. So I don't know what's going to happen, but as you're watching this video, you probably already know what went down. My team is the Giants, so hopefully they sign another linebacker because they just cut Bobby Okereke. Hopefully in the draft, they either draft, I want Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, or Arvell Reese, or a wide receiver. So hopefully they take one of those guys. They probably will, to be completely honest. But with the new John Harbaugh regime, nothing is unlikely, except for another quarterback. If they somehow signed another quarterback, I would be pissed, because Jackson Dart is my GOAT. But yeah, I'm just going to keep filling out these slots with the Ravens players, and I'll be back once we are all done. Okay, so there we go, guys. We have every Ravens card that I have sorted in the binder. We got all the Lamar, Trent Dilfer, Derrick Henry, all the receivers, and all the defenders as well. Now, there is one spot empty. That's just how it is. I'm going to start the next team on the next page because, you know, I just think it would look a little weird having, like, one Bengals player in there with all Ravens. So that's how it's going to be. We'll probably waste a couple spots doing that, but not too big of a deal. Obviously, if there's like an entire row left, then yeah, I'll start doing the next team. But yeah, whenever I think of the AFC North, I always think of Steelers next. So that's the team that we will be doing next. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the Ravens just traded for Max Crosby, which is insane. I think they're really trying to make a push this year, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, some of these players, I don't even know what position they play. Like Dijon Edwards, I've never heard that guy in my entire life. Oh, of course, he's an undrafted free agent. Okay, it just says he's a ball carrier, so I'm assuming he's a running back. So I'll just put him right there. He's probably not even on the roster anymore. So, but we're still going to put him in the binder. We got little Pat Freiermuth action. Looks like he's going to be the starter next year as the Steelers just released Jonnu Smith. This is a pretty cool Will Howard card. Might have to top load that. But Calvin Austin, another TJ Watt, another Pat Freiermuth, John Green, very old D tackle. We got Caleb Johnson as a rookie. I think I got confused with Jalen Warren in another video. In my card opening video where I opened Rookies and Stars Mosaic, I think I got Caleb Johnson confused with Jalen Warren. But there we got a Terry Bradshaw, Derek Harmon rookie. He had a pretty good rookie season. Peyton Wilson, another Terry Bradshaw. That's a duplicate. Another TJ Watt sack attack. Another DK. Old Russ on the Steelers. Wow. There we got Jalen Warren. And another Caleb Johnson. Another Derek Harmon. Another Will Howard. Another DK. Another Terry Bradshaw. And another TJ Watt. So not too much variety on players this time around. But I actually have no idea what the Steelers are going to do at quarterback, man. Like, their quarterback room is actually a problem. I think Aaron Rodgers is probably most likely going to come back, but we don't know for sure. I'm actually kind of surprised I have no Aaron Rodgers as a Steeler cards. But let's put all the Terrys together and all the Will Howards. Russell Wilson, obviously. And, okay, so there's the Will Howard. So we have the most Will Howards, so we're going to do that first. Then we're going to do Russ, and then we're going to do Terry Bradshaw. So there you go. Who knows? They might even start Will Howard. I have no idea. There we go. Now we'll put Big Russ, Steelers country. Let's ride. He needs to retire. He desperately needs to retire. Oh, shoot. I wasn't even showing you that part. Okay, he definitely needs to retire. That is for sure. Russell Wilson needs to retire. I don't know if he'll get a starting job next season, but there's probably a dumb enough team to sign him like the Giants did last year. I mean, he didn't look that bad against the Steelers, but he had, I don't even know who he had as a receiver. He had George Pickens. So, I mean, I guess. But there we got those. Now it's time to go to the running backs. And I'm going to put the starters in first. Jalen Warren is definitely the starter. Who knows if he'll be the starter next season. He might be a free agent for all I know. And we'll put Caleb Johnson. And then, who even knows if this guy is still on the roster. But yeah, guys, I think I'm coming along pretty nicely. So yeah, I'm just going to do the rest of the AFC North off camera. And then we'll come back to show you guys how it looks. Because I don't know about you, but I can't, if I keep talking, this is probably going to take like 2 hours, so I definitely don't want it to take that long. So I'll see you guys when we have the AFC North done. All right, guys, we are done with the AFC North. So as you saw, I did all of the Ravens and some of the Steelers. And we also got the Bengals. We got some Joe Burrows, some Chase Browns, and Corey Dillon. This card is actually pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. And then, you know, we got the Jamar Chases, the T. Higgins. I actually have like a lot of AJ Green cards. I had more than I thought. Then we got some Eric Alls, some Trey Hendricksons. Daniel Jones made an appearance, so not sure how to feel about that. But we did the Browns. We got a whole bunch of Shadur Sanders. We got Quinshawn Judkins. We got some Jerry Jeudy. 2 Cedric Tillmans. No idea who that is before I saw his card. David Njoku, I don't know. Has he already been traded? I feel like I don't know. I feel like I haven't heard like anything from the Browns recently. But we also got Harold Fannin. He's going to be the starter next year. We got this Ozzie Newsome from like the 80s, I'm guessing. And then we got Hall of Fame Joe Thomas, Mason Graham, Myles Garrett, of course, and then Denzel Ward. So that's all we got so far. So now we just have to do the rest of the AFC. All right, guys. Next up, we got the Bills. It's the next day, if you can't tell. Yesterday I was pretty busy, and I believe I already told you that I'm on spring break, so it doesn't matter. So let's split up all the Bills cards. We got Dalton Kincaid, Ray Davis. I feel like I should know what position Taylor Rapp is. Looks like a corner to me, so I'll put him with the secondary. We got Khalil Shakir. Another Khalil Shakir, TJ Sanders. We got Cornelius Bennett, a bit of an old head. Another Khalil Shakir. First Josh Allen, James Cook, Dalton Kincaid. Another Khalil Shakir, another Dalton Kincaid. Sean McDermott, first coach card. Another Sean McDermott. That will go with the duplicates. Christian Benford. Keon Coleman. I don't know if he's going to be released. As of right now, free agency is officially started. So, the first deal that I've heard is that the Colts brought back Alec Pierce. So, that's good for him. I also opened the Select 2025 Blaster Box yesterday. I didn't film it just because there's like only 24 cards. But the cards actually look really nice, I have to say. So, we will start with Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott, rip, he's gone now. And Joe Brady is the coach. Now, I have to say, I don't really see the Bills' logic with firing a head coach because you've been to the playoffs, haven't been able to win anything, and then you hire and then you promote a guy that was on that scheme when you couldn't do anything. So, I don't know. But that's all I gotta really say about the Bills. Doesn't look like they'll be doing a huge free agent signing. At least I don't think so. They already, who did they trade for? Oh yes, the Bills, they traded for DJ Moore. How could I forget? That was a pretty massive trade. So I don't think that they really need another wide receiver because DJ Moore has proved that he can be a number one guy. All right, and there is all the Bills in their places. So next up, we have the New England Patriots. Like I said, we're just going by conference and division, and basically whatever team I see fit to be first. But we got, sort them over here. We got some Drake May, Hunter Henry, Travion Henderson. He did not get the reps that I would have liked him to get. We got some Chad Johnson. Touchdown Masters Drake May with the abnormally sized head. That's a pretty cool card. We got another Travion. Kyle Williams. Another Kyle Williams. Another Kyle Williams. Another Drake May. Another Kyle Williams. Ramondre Stevenson. Drew Bledsoe. We got Teddy Bruce. Another Ramondre. Another Kyle Williams. And a throwback Drake May. I do not have a Stephon Diggs, which is pretty funny because they just released him probably for the best. I don't know what team is going to sign him. I definitely would not want to deal with him ever. But yeah, Patriots, I can see them going to the playoffs again next year, but I definitely don't see them making the Super Bowl. That is definitely for sure. I think they definitely had the easiest schedule of all time. And I don't know who their number one receiver is going to be. Like, Mac Hollins? I mean, they got to get somebody, don't they? But maybe they'll address that need in free agency or the draft. Probably most likely free agency. Because I don't know if you've heard, but in the draft, all these receivers that were supposed to be really good, like Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, have started falling drastically. So I don't think that they'll go as high as other people expected. And there we go, every New England Patriots card that we got. So now it's time to move on to the Miami Dolphins. Now, they did just release Tua, so I actually have no idea what their plan at quarterback actually is. But I don't know. I mean, they could start Quinn Ewers. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know, because Quinn Ewers actually did not look too bad in that game against the Buccaneers. If you saw, Quinn Ewers did not look too bad. So they definitely could start him, but I have no idea what they're going to do. They did also release Tyreek Hill, so don't know where he's going to go. I don't think he'll be healthy by the start of the season. So it'll probably just be like a late pickup if a team is in need of like another wide receiver before they go to the playoffs. Oh, we got another Drake May throwback. How did that get in there? Well, we already got one, so put it in the duplicates pile. Another Tua, Tyreek, Jonnu Smith. He is now on the Steelers, and they just released him. So I have no idea where he's going to go. But we start putting these in, separate the Tua from the Quinn Ewers. And we got Dan Marino. That's nice. All right, I guess we'll put the Tua in first because that's the quarterback most people think of when they think of the Miami Dolphins. All of them are different, so that's nice. But yeah, I have no idea where Tua's going to go. I mean, he could go to the Jets, but he could also just take a year off and try to find himself again and try to learn how to play football and get healthy, because who knows how many concussions that man has had. Quinn Ewers could actually be the starter next year if they don't get anyone else. I mean, they could get like a veteran to come in and compete with him, but I think Quinn Ewers is more than capable of being the starter. All right, guys, we got all the Dolphins into the binder, and next it's time to start on the laughingstock of the AFC, the New York Jets. So I actually have a lot of Jets cards. We got a Olamana Fashanu, no idea who that is, probably an O-lineman. We have Bustin Fields on the Jets. But yeah, I actually have no idea what the Jets are going to do with their QB situation. I mean, they could just like release Justin Fields and try to find somebody in the draft, but I actually have no idea what they're going to do. We got Breece Hall mem card, so put that right there. Now, I can tell you one thing they're not going to do. They're not going to go with Brady Cook as their starting quarterback. That's for sure. We got a Devontae Adams card, even though he was not on the Jets at all this year. Pretty interesting. And we also got an Aaron Rodgers card on the Jets, which is also pretty interesting considering he was not on the Jets this year either. But you know what? That's fine. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do the rest of the AFC off camera, because I don't know. I'm going to make a whole video about free agency so I don't want to talk too much about it right now because I'll make a whole video about it later. Right now, you just want to see me organize my cards, so I guess that's what I'll do. Oh, by the way, I did just see Kenneth Walker signed to the Chiefs. So, and the Giants put in an offer, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I'm not that surprised that they put in an offer, but it is a little bit surprising. But yeah, I'm just going to do the rest of the AFC off camera, and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, we have now finished the entirety of the AFC. As you can see here, here is the binder. Oh my gosh, it's actually like kind of heavy, and look how thick it is now that we've put all the AFC cards in it. That's honestly crazy. Yeah, but we can see here, we have every single division. There's the Ravens, there's the Steelers, there's the Bengals and Browns, there's the Bills, there's the Patriots, there's the Dolphins, there's the Chiefs and Jets, there's the Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Jags, Colts, and just every single card that is of a player in the AFC. And we are actually completely done with this binder. So that means that we will have to put all of the NFC cards in the little football binder, which should be fine because I think that this has as many, if not more, slots than the card guard binder. So that should be fine. So we should be able to fit the remainder of my cards in that. And if you're wondering, no, I did not have the perfect amount of AFC cards to go in that binder. I left like 2 or 3 out just because it just barely went over the limit. But yeah, let's move on to the NFC now. Alright, I'll do a little bit of talking about the teams here and there while I'm doing this, but eventually we'll just go into a time lapse like the AFC. So, of course, we're starting with the NFC North. So, first we've got the Lions. Let's put our receivers down right there. Herman Moore. Never heard of that guy. We got some Jared Goff, some Megatrons. Tyreek Williams on the silver. He is a D tackle, I think. We got Jahmyr Gibbs. Doesn't have David Montgomery anymore. This is actually taking me quite a bit more time to film than I would like, because free agency has already happened. Alex Anzalone, he's not there anymore. He is with the Buccaneers. Another Tyreek Williams. Some Amon-Ra action. Malcolm Rodriguez. No clue who that is. Draft Diamonds. I have no clue who the position is, but it says he's on defense, so I'm just gonna put him somewhere. It's Calvin Johnson, another Gibbs, another Goff, and another Laporta, and that is all of our lines. Honestly, I would have thought that I would have had more lines cards than that, but these only have 4 card spots per page, and they are double-sided, but there are a lot more pages than in the binder. So hopefully this doesn't get too thick. It's going to be quite annoying to put them in there, because you have to put them in from the top and not from the side. This is actually going to be kind of annoying. It's weird that I have more Golden Tates than I do Amon-Ra's. Pretty interesting. Alright, there we go. All the lines are done. Now, I'm not going to do the thing that I did for the AFC where I'll just leave this entire page blank for more lines, because I'm actually concerned that I have too many cards for all these spots. So moving on, next we got the Packers. Let's see, what free agent signings did they make? I actually do not know. Packers actually lost quite a bit of players. They did some deals with Dallas. Those two just have each other on speed dial at this point. But yeah, I don't really think they made any big signings. They did lose Romeo Doubs, which is kind of a bummer for them. But they did, I don't even know what players they gained. But got some Jordan Loves, Nick Barnett, no clue who that is. I probably should, but I think he's a corner, so we'll put him over here. Robert Brooks, he is a wide receiver. Josh Jacobs, another Jordan Love Brazil games. Matthew Golden did not do that well this year, I have to say. Maybe they just didn't know how to use a first-round wide receiver because they hadn't gotten one in so long. It's probably part of the answer. Romeo Doubs, like I said, he went to New England, so we'll not be seeing him anymore. Jaden Reed, he got injured, so let's move those off to the side. I do not have a Tucker Kraft card, or whoever their backup is, so that is interesting. Also did not get Micah Parsons either, but they already probably printed him too much on the Cowboys. So Josh Jacobs, this guy lost me in my fantasy championship. So not super happy with him about that. He got 1.3 points when I needed him to get like at least 10, but he decided to go out there and have 1 reception for 0 yards and 1 rush for 3 yards. I mean, maybe he got injured in that game. I didn't really watch it all. I don't know. I hate him now. Packers have lots of wide receivers. They probably have the best wide receiver room with the biggest amount of decent wide receivers. They have Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Romeo Doubs. I mean, not anymore, but and Christian Watson. So they definitely have a lot of wide receivers. And Dantavion Wicks, which I don't even know where to put him. I think Jaden Reed is like technically their wide receiver 1, or at least he was at the beginning of the season. It was probably Romeo Doubs at the end of the season. But now, is it going to switch to be Matthew Golden? If it does, then he probably get a lot more reps and become a lot better. But I'm not sure. But yeah, really don't have too much else to say. So I'm just going to speed through the NFC North and then I'll be back. Okay, guys, we have finished the NFC North. As you can see, we got all the Packers cards, all the Bears cards, and all the Vikings cards. Now, I am forgetting that I did open up this 2025 Select Pack, so I keep forgetting to move the cards from that into this. So I ended up taking out some cards, just 3 of them. I took out Dontavion Wicks, Green Bay Packers wide receiver card, who I'm sure won't be valuable anyway, and no one will ever probably know who he is. And then I took out an Olamide Zaccheaus, not Commanders, Bears wide receiver, and you know that no one knows who this guy is if he's still in his Commanders uniform. And I also got a Rashad Johnson running back. I think he's actually like kind of relevant. He had 6 rushing touchdowns in 2024. But this DeAndre Swift Select club level prism or whatever it's called, this is definitely better than that card right there. But it is on to the NFC East now, and on to my favorite team, the New York Giants. Now, I actually have a lot of Giants cards, more than I expected, to be honest. But we got Brian Burns, Bill Parcells, we got Coach Card, Cam Scadaboo, some OBJ action, Victor Cruz, Graham Gano, who should not be on the team anymore, Brian Burns again, Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm actually really sad about Wan'Dale Robinson being being picked up by the Titans in free agency. But hope he does well in Tennessee. I know he'll help Cam Ward develop just as well as he did Jackson Dart. Got Cam Scadaboo rookie card, another Victor Cruz, another Tracy, some Sexy Dexy action, some Joe Morris. I actually do know who that is because he was the Super Bowl MVP in like the 80s when they won. Singletary, Juice Wells, he is not on the team anymore, but you know what, that's fine. Some Eli Manning, another Dexter Lawrence, that's a duplicate. Some Abdul Carter action. Abdul Carter actually performed pretty well at the end of the season, I must say. Kayvon Thibodeau, I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't been traded already. Maybe because no one wants him. Some Darius Alexander, and this is a very interesting card. A German Games Tyler Nubin. That is not even Tyler Nubin's real number. This was from the 2024 season where they lost to the Panthers in overtime. But yeah, I don't have any Jackson Dart cards here because I put all my Jackson Dart rookie cards in top loaders. But yeah, let's get started. Coaches always go first. And then we got 2 Eli Mannings. Quite a shame that Eli Manning is not on the Hall of Fame already. If you ask me, he should have been a first ballot. Maybe that's just my bias, but I believe that he should have been first ballot. Just beating Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl should already get him in, to be completely honest. But we got some Tyrone Tracy, and we got some Cam Scadaboo. I actually have a lot more Cam Scadaboo rookie cards, but those are in top loaders as well, because all my Giants rookies are in top loaders, except for these 2. My gosh, it's actually a pain to get jersey cards in here. We got some Devin Singletary action, and some Joe Morris, the Giants actually signed Patrick Ricard in free agency, the Ravens fullback, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that run game next year is actually going to be crazy. I'm actually surprised I don't have any Malik Neighbors cards. That's actually very surprising. I thought I would at least have a couple. But yeah, next year the Giants' run game is going to be unstoppable. I will tell you that much, with Tyrone Tracy's, Cam Scadaboo, Patrick Ricard. And the Giants also made an offer to sign Kenneth Walker out of free agency, but obviously he went to the Chiefs. So that makes me curious. Are they going to draft Jeremiah Love? Because they definitely made a move to get an elite running back. I'm sorry, Scadaboo and Tracy have not proved that they're elite running backs yet. But that makes me wonder, are they going to go out and draft Jeremiah Love? I mean, I would be happy if they did, because he, I think, is the best player, like, all around talent-wise in the entire draft. But, you know what, I would be also happy with, like, a Sonny Styles or a Caleb Downs or some dude on the defensive side. But I'd also be pretty happy with Jeremiah Love. Alright, there we go. All of the Giants cards are in there. I think the Giants can make the playoffs next season. If I'm really being honest, I think the Giants can make the playoffs next season. But that is it for the Giants. Now we're moving on to my least favorite NFL team, the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, maybe second least favorite right now because they're bad. But them and Eagles are definitely a close second apart from each other in terms of the NFL team that I most hate right now. But the Eagles did nothing in free agency, so can't really blame them. Got some Javonte Williams. He just got extended. I'm going to be getting a lot of Micah Parsons, aren't I? Even though he got traded to the Packers at the start of the season. But yeah, Dallas, they're in. I don't really know what they're going to do, because obviously Jerry Jones likes to make it a whole big story in the offseason about him not wanting to re-sign one of his players. I think this offseason it'll probably be George Pickens, because they ended up franchising him. Last year was obviously Micah Parsons, but George Pickens, I don't know. I mean, they got him for one more year. They do have CeeDee Lamb. I'm not sure how much longer they have him under contract for, but I don't know. Eventually you're going to have to make a decision. Do you want CeeDee Lamb or do you want George Pickens? Because you can't pay both. But yeah, I don't really know what the Cowboys did in free agency either. I kind of don't know what the Giants' rivals actually even did. But it's fun, because if I don't know what they did, then they are not going to be a threat next season. I mean, they still might, but they're not going to be as of a threat as they would be if they went out and signed someone like Trey Hendrickson. I know they wanted to go out and get an edge rusher after losing Micah Parsons, which makes you wonder why they even traded him in the first place. But Jerry Jones works in mysterious ways. For now, we're moving on to probably my least favorite NFL team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they actually did nothing in free agency. But yeah, I think that's all I got for the NFC, guys. So, I mean, I'm just going to organize the cards, the rest of my cards, and I'll come back and I'll show you guys the final result. So yeah, see you then. Alright guys, I've officially finished putting every single one of my trading cards, except for the ones at top loaders, of course, in an organizational system. As we can see, we got my card guard book with all my AFC cards. Look how thick that is, oh my gosh. And then, you guys are going to want to see this. Here is all the NFC cards. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. It doesn't even shut anymore because of how many freaking cards there are. Oh my gosh, look at this. Like, this will not shut. That's how crazy it is. Okay, guys, so I'm going to have to do this weird camera angle right here to show everything, so I don't want to set up that overhead tripod again. That thing is super annoying to set up, but if we open this, we can see we have all the Ravens cards. We have every team just going by division. All the Steelers cards. All of the Bengals cards. Oh my gosh, this is going to take a bit. Hold on. Here, I'm just going to hold it. Here are all the Browns cards. All the Bills. the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Jets, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders. And you may notice that the Broncos are missing, but we'll get back to that a little bit later. We got the Texans, the Jags, the Colts, and the Titans, and we used up this entire thing. So this is how thick it actually is. Let's see if I can close it with one hand real quick. Okay, let's move it over here and then seal it. There we go. Oh, shoot. All right, there we go. And that is all of my AFC cards. Okay, guys, we have a little bit of an issue because my binder right here, it fell apart. So, in the actual binder, it goes right from the Rams to the Buccaneers, and that's because we have the rest of my Rams cards, all my Seahawks cards, all my 49ers cards, and all my Cardinals cards right there, which is a little bit interesting. But yeah, this was never going to be permanent. I figured I just wanted to do it just to do it and, like, just glimpse how many cards I actually have when I haven't even been in the hobby for, like, a full year yet. But we got all the Giants cards, just all of the NFC cards, just like the card guard binder there. But yeah, something that I do want to say is that putting these in the little spaces for them in this binder and for the card guard binder, also I know it says card guard, but when you put them in the spaces, like the edges and the corners get like kind of damaged. So if you're putting in like a pretty good card, like this card, it's not a really good player, but like an insert like this into one of them, and it scratches the edges off, then you're kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I probably will be taking all the cards out of this now and transitioning them into like more of like a boxed organization method, if you know what I mean. But yeah, guys, that was a really fun little challenge just to see how many sports cards I actually have. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. But if you want to see more videos like this, just make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss a future episode. And I'll see you next time.